What's going on, Josh Ryan here, and welcome to a new video. Now, this video is a big topic for me because everyone ever has been through rejection, especially if you're at an older age. Not young people, but an older age, my age, 20, teenage years. Everyone's been through rejection, whether it's through friends, jobs, relationships, anything. Everyone has been through rejection, and a lot of people have been through it once or twice. I've been through it quite a lot. To be honest, so I just want to put my words into a video and tell you why rejection isn't the end of something and why you shouldn't have your hopes low. Because I used to get, this is going to be a really weird sub-story, but I used to get rejected so much. I used to like, this is going to sound weird, but I used to like so many girls, not at the same time, but like, I'd like a girl, I'd get to the stage of telling her that I liked her eventually, and then I'd have the rejection straight after, or during, and it just wouldn't work out. So, and eventually I found Liv, and she's the best girl, and she hasn't rejected me when I thought she was gonna, and I don't want to make this a love story about Liv, but someone will come along and someone will make your life a lot better than it was. I do want to focus, because obviously rejection is something, I'm talking really fast here, I'm sorry. Rejection is something that can be put in all aspects. It can be jobs, relationships, family, friends, anything, but I want to focus on the relationship side because it's the one I have the most experience in. I can say that jobs is the same thing, like you'll get rejected at all of these, you'll sign up for and then you'll get rejected at but then there'll be one at the bottom that you don't expect that you'll get. That happened with my job. I really didn't expect to get it, and I'm really enjoying working there at the moment. It happened, I'm glad I'm working there. Rejection didn't stop me from looking for more jobs and actually finding the job that I wanted. Same goes with friends. If a friend rejects your idea, or a business rejects your idea, or something rejects you, or in any way, shape or form, then don't let it be the end. You just gotta accept it and take it in and use it to your advantage and just keep going, because it's the best way to do things. So I'm gonna, sorry about that, I'm gonna go over the best ways I've dealt with rejection, because as I said, I've been rejected a lot of times. I'm not gonna lie, if you're watching this, you all know who you are. I'm sorry, but you do. So yeah, let's get on with this with tip one. Tip 1. So the first thing that'll happen when you get rejected by something or someone, say, again I'm using love as an example, say you like this girl, she's the most beautiful, best personality, most funny girl you've ever met, and you think she's perfect for you, and then you bring up the courage, you bring up that massive courage that's inside you that you've been hiding because you just don't want to bring it out because you're so scared of rejection. You bring it out, and then you finally say to them, I really like you, I think you and me should be a thing. And they're like, no. You have that awful feeling in your tummy because you've brought all this like courage out and bravery to tell them that you like them, and then they just shut you down. They might not do it as harsh as that, but they might kind of hint or just straight up tell you that they don't like you and they like someone else or whatever. So you don't want to ignore it, you don't want to suppress that feeling, you don't want to hide it away. You want to make sure you know that what has happened, and you're going to get on with your life. At the end of the day, that's how harsh it is. You're going to get on with your life, and you're going to bring up the courage, and it's going to happen again and again and again. Maybe not that much, but it is going to happen again. You just got to accept it. You got to accept the fact you're sad and you're disappointed, and let it out, cry, you know, tell someone, talk to someone about it. Because the best thing I've always done is get advice from people or talk to people about it, because then talking to people generally just brings you happiness back up in general, whatever the topic is. So talking to someone about it is the best thing to do. Tip 1 is to acknowledge it and accept it, to move on to tip 2. Tip 2 is to not think that you're stupid for trying, because the worst thing to feel is, I know that feeling in your heart when you feel like a bit poo, a bit shit, because this girl or boy that you've liked for months and on end, you've again brought up that feeling of courage and honesty and bravery and just all these feelings, and then they just shut you down and you feel shit. But never ever feel like you're stupid for trying it, because then, as I said, you're so brave for trying this. Like, it's such a good thing to get out your system, because once it's out your system, there is a massive weight taken off your shoulder. I know exactly what that feels like, because I've liked multiple girls, and I've eventually told them that I've liked them. There was one girl that I didn't even tell that I liked them. She had no idea that I liked her, and I told her, I think it was a year and a half afterwards, like after I was liking someone else, just to see if they knew I like this girl. And she was like, yeah, I knew you liked me. And I was like, what, how? So I messaged this girl I previously liked, like, did you know I liked you? And she was like, no, you fucking weirdo. Don't know what that story had to do with anything, really. But yeah, tip 2 is to just not feel stupid for trying, and just be proud of yourself for bringing up that courage and that honesty and getting it out there, because then you can use that to your advantage in the future. You can, if it happens again, you're not going to feel as poo. And I'm not saying you'll get rejected again. Go try it. The best thing to do is just best thing I've done in my current relationship is tell her that I liked her, because it happened so early on and we got into a relationship so fast because we told each other our feelings. Keeping it inside of you, you never know what's going to happen, and they could move on. They could, say if they do like you, they could move on within a heartbeat. Not heartbeat, but they could move on quite fast to another boy or girl, and then they might not, like, they could have liked you, but you've wasted the opportunity. So you want to get it out there as soon as you can, even if you really don't want to. You just want to get it out there and feel good about yourself afterwards. Because once it's gone, as I've said, there's that massive weight off your shoulder. So tip 3. So tip 3 is more of a, like, you've learnt from what's happened and you can use that to your advantage in the future. What did you gain from this? Like, the best thing, I've learnt this recently, everything happens for a reason, and I mean everything. Even rejection, because rejection is going to teach you how to deal with it in the future. It's going to teach you that that person wasn't right for you. It's going to move you on to the next person, and then that person could be the person that you want to be with. The person previously who rejected you, if they did accept you and they did like you back and all that, they might not be the right person, so then rejecting you was the best thing, because then you can move on to this next girl. That's just an example, oh boy, that's just an example. I don't know if that's like the best way to deal with it or tell, but like, that's what I mean. Like, you can never take the disadvantages or the bad things that have happened from a rejection. Always take the advantages, because then you're going to feel a bit better about yourself and you're not going to feel as crappy. Because again, that feeling, I know you feel shit for days on end, and then you eventually get yourself back up, but you want to get yourself back up as early as possible and just show them that it didn't hurt you as much as you thought. They might not be awful about your rejection, or something that's like frowned upon, but like, someone rejecting you isn't always a bad thing. I'd take the advantages from it, even if, like, there was multiple girls that I'm still friends with. I think there's only 2 that I'm really in touch with anymore. That shows how many girls I used to like. Robin, you know Robin from the channel, she used to say I liked every girl that breathed, which isn't true, but there you go. So yeah, that tip basically is to just learn from it and take your advantages instead of your disadvantages, because you're gonna feel a lot better about it. That moves me on to my next tip. Before you won't get straight back up on your feet, and you won't feel great for a while, and especially if it's your first or second time being rejected. So you want to get back up on your feet, and you want to get out the house and do something, because it's going to take your mind off it. The best thing I've done, I know this is like a very used phrase, but it's not used for like a very big tip from everyone, but it's because it's true. People don't think that getting out the house and talking to friends and talking to people, even if it's over chat or Facebook or whatever, although you want fresh air, but like, you need to socialise basically, because it's going to make you feel so much better, and it's going to make you feel like you actually do have people in your life, because you definitely have people, whether it's friends, family, exes, future girlfriends, I don't know, just people in general are going to make you feel a lot better, because they're people. People make you feel better no matter what the circumstance. Yeah, they might piss you off every now and again, but they're there to cheer you up, and they're there to make you have a laugh and have fun, and even vent to them and talk to them about what's happened. Because the best thing I'd done when I was rejected or hurt or sad was talk to my friends, because then they just up your spirits a lot. It honestly makes you feel a lot better. Even if you feel like sitting in bed all day and just hiding yourself under the covers, it's not going to make you feel good. You're just going to sit there and think about what's happened, and you can try and sleep, and that'll take your mind off it, but then you'll wake up and it'll be on your mind straight away. You want to get out the house and you want to do stuff, you want to go places, you want to, even if you don't have money, you just want to go and hang out with your friends and just hang out in the town or the park. Even if you don't want to talk about it, talk about something else, tell them. In fact, don't even tell them, just like focus on something else. I didn't explain that in the best way, but my point is there, like, you want to get out the house and do things, or like get a friend over to do things, or go to their house and do things. Otherwise, you are literally just going to be thinking about it all day. And let's say if you don't have any friends available, because I know I could bring some of my friends now, and I believe every single one of them would say, no, I'm not available to go over their house. I mean, it's just natural, especially at 11 PM. But so if you can't go to a friend's house, or you can't hang out with a friend outside, or it's night time and you still feel a bit shitty, watch a movie, play a game, do something that's going to take your mind off it. Read a book. I don't read books, but read a book. It's just the best way to get your mind off it at the end of the day, and I think it's one of the best tips I can give, is to actually get out of the house, or just take your mind off it in some way. Do your favourite hobby, do something that's not going to, like, don't talk to them. That's the only thing I can say. Don't talk to the person that's rejected you, because that's probably not going to help. Although some people that have rejected me are actually really nice, and they just, like, I'm still friends with them now, they're lovely. I'm kind of glad they rejected me in a way, because then the friendship's still there, so it's weird. But so basically, to summarise that tip, is just to get out of the house, do something, and if you can't, just take your mind off it in some way by playing games, or talking to friends online, or Skyping, or on a phone call, or just anything really that's going to take your mind off it, because the best cure is social interaction, or people, in my opinion. And if not, movies always take my mind off it. Like, you'll think about it every now and again, or something in the movie might remind you of it, but then you won't be thinking about it for long. So, yeah. Now, this one isn't a personal experience, but another tip that I thought of is, because I know a few people that might have done this, even in terms of like breaking up, this isn't a video about breaking up with someone, but it can apply to that. Say if you break up with someone or you get rejected, I know a few people that have hooked up with someone else to take their mind off it. That's not going to help. It's just going to make you think about them more, and then it's going to make the other person feel a bit shitty as well, especially if they were looking for something serious. You're kind of rejecting them, so you're putting them in your shoes, and then the cycle goes. Rejection doesn't necessarily mean no one likes you. There are going to be people that likes you, there are going to be people that like you, and you could hook up with them, I guess. It's not personal experience. A few people I know have hooked up with people to take their mind off things, and it hasn't turned out the best for them, because they've just sat and thought about the same thing that's happened. So it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't work out, even though you might think it will, because you're like, oh, I'm so sad, let's go fucking, you can't see what I'm doing with my hips, but I'm frosting. So yeah, that tip is to not hook up with someone. And my final tip is just that, it's not really a tip, it's just a general thing, is that things will get better. You'll learn, as I've said, all these tips will join together, and you'll learn from it, you'll gain from it. Even if you don't take any of these tips on board, it'll take a bit longer, but you'll get through it. Like I said at the start of the video, you'll learn from it, and you'll find someone that you really do love. Like, oh, this is gonna get really soppy, but Liv is the best thing that's happened to me in so long, and I've been through so much rejection. I'm not over exaggerating. You can ask any of my friends, I've been through rejection after rejection, and that's why when this amazing woman came along, I was like, she's not gonna like me, she's too beautiful. Why would she like me? I'm an ugly mess that no one likes. I know the feeling, I get it, but not everyone is gonna despise you or reject you. You're not an ugly person, you don't have a bad personality, unless you really do have a shit personality, then maybe change a little bit. But generally, you're not a shit person. There's just, not everyone is made for each person, and you will find that person that really wants to, like, be in a relationship, a long-term relationship, get married to you, babies with you, family with you, all this stuff. And you're gonna love them, they're gonna love you. That's the most important thing. they're gonna love you to bits, and until you find that person, you will go through rejection a few times. Even if it is the most heartbreaking thing, it's gonna be the best thing for you in the end, and it's turned out for me so good. And as you know how much I love Liv. She's adorable. And I hope nothing ever happens to us, because she is honestly the best thing that's happened to me in so long. And this has got really cheesy, but I don't even care. So yeah, that is my video on rejection. Thank you for watching. I hope some of these tips going in. I'm gonna get this channel up and running again. I know I say that so much. I'm thinking of doing gaming on this channel. I don't know yet. Camera's about to go dead. That was good timing. But yeah, that's my video on rejection. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe. Check out Liv's channel, because I mentioned her a few times, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!